comments that I've been getting requesting that I make a drama video. If you've been a subscriber of mine, you know that I have done like 3 or 4 different drama videos over the past couple months. Last month I did not do one, but a lot of things have been brought to my attention, and it's been highly requested that I touch on some of the drama that is going on YouTube and TikTok. Now, let me just say, I do not follow 16-year-old TikToks. I just don't. So what I do is research. I take notes. I watch other videos. I go on TikTok because I do have a TikTok account. If you want to follow me, you absolutely can. I'll put my TikTok name up here. But I don't follow the young kids on TikTok, as I'm a mom. I work. I got a lot going on. I definitely follow some TikTokers, but not the super young kids. It's just not my thing, right? But my subscribers are my thing. And if I'm getting requests to touch on certain topics in a video that I've filmed in the past, I'm gonna do that. So, I have done my research. I have watched these crazy videos that are going on right now, and I'm going to report on the drama. I'm going to try and keep my opinion out of it as much as possible and just report it to you as it's happening. I'm also going to briefly touch on some drama that has happened in the ASMR community, as it was highly requested. So let's jump into it. Oh, before we do, just a little reminder that if you enjoy my ASMR content and want to get to know more about me, more personal story times, makeup content, stuff like that, you can always check out my Patreon. That's in the link. The link is in the bio down below, description box. My mind is, again, want to thank you guys for being here and supporting my channel. It truly means the world to me. Let's years younger than you. You know. But let's get into why she was ranting. So if you don't know, Charli and Dixie D'Amelio are like two of the biggest creators on TikTok, and they're sisters. And now their entire family has become famous because they are famous. So essentially, the D'Amelio family, has their own YouTube channel. And I guess they posted either on YouTube or TikTok a little clip of them having a family dinner and inviting over a surprise guest. And that surprise guest happened to be James Charles himself. And if you don't know who James Charles is, he's a humongous YouTuber. I think he has like over 20 million subscribers at this point here on YouTube. He does a lot of like beauty related videos. So they had over James Charles, and while they were sitting at the table, two different things happened that people are very upset about. One, Charli was talking about, this past year and how a year ago she had 1 million subscribers on TikTok, and that she really wanted to hit 100 million on her anniversary of hitting 1 million, and she was disappointed that she didn't. And James Charles went on to say, oh what, 95 million isn't enough for you, and kind of said it a little bit sarcastic, like, kind of joking, but in a way kind of saying like, humble yourself. You have 95 million people. That's like an insane amount. And a lot of people were upset by her saying this, saying that she's ungrateful and that she doesn't look at her subscribers as people. She's looking at them more as if they're just like a number to her, like a milestone that she's trying to hit, and that she needs to humble herself, and that she's a spoiled brat. And I guess she has lost almost 1,000, or not 1,000, excuse me. She has lost almost 1 million subscribers in 24 hours on TikTok because of this, and because of the thing I'm going to get into in a minute. But she's like 16 years old, and like I said, I'm not going to put my opinion in it, but she's a very young girl. And what I am going to say, that is my opinion, is that she went on live and was extremely upset, obviously, and was saying that she's sorry if it came off that way, but she didn't mean it, and that she's extremely grateful. And she also said that people have been sending her very, very, very mean threats online, and just saying like really awful things. And she was saying that she almost doesn't even want to stay on the platform anymore because she was so disappointed and hurt by the things that people were saying. Just really, really awful things that you shouldn't say to anybody, let alone a 16-year-old. I don't care what the girl did or said. No one deserves those kind of hate comments. I'm not going to get too descriptive. If you want to look them up, you are welcome to. They're all over the internet. But just some really terrible things. And, yeah, so that's not cool. It's so frustrating, and a lot of people are like, oh, hate comments come with being online. All of us get them, but there's a difference between like a hate comment, like, oh, you're ugly, or oh my god, I can't stand the way you whisper, and telling people to, just saying terrible, terrible things. chef could make her like chicken dinosaur bites instead. And a lot of people seen that as a sign of disrespect, that they were being quote-unquote bratty and ungrateful. So Dixie went on live and kind of told her side of the story, but was also commenting to people that were leaving her hate comments saying like, why should I apologize? I don't see any reason to apologize. It was just like a joking thing. She said that what they didn't show in the clip was that it was kind of like a prank on Dixie, that the chef and their family are really close, and that they know that Dixie like throws up over everything. Supposedly, this is what she said, that she could look at a food that she dislikes and throw up like at the drop of a dime, and that she's super picky. So I guess it was like a prank that the chef fed her snails, that was part of the meal, and that it was like intended for that to be the outcome. And you know, she's like, you guys didn't see that part, and you shouldn't judge somebody off a 15-second clip when you don't know the entire story. And if you're gonna send hate comments, then like, you know, please don't follow me. And you know, pretty much saying like, why should I have to apologize when it was like a prank? It's not like I was, you know, being disrespectful and just throwing up at some like random dish. Like this was planned out. I don't know if that's true, but you know, like I said, this is what she said, and a lot of people were upset even at her response, saying that it was condescending and that she should just, you know, apologize instead of like fighting with people about it. It just is like a huge thing right now, having a personal chef. What a gift, right? That you are extremely privileged to have something like that. If it was like a prank, you know, if it was an intended prank, then like, it's a prank. But I can see where the people that didn't know that would think that is disrespectful, right? So I guess people were just going off what they seen in that clip. And there was no knowledge of a prank in that clip. So people just seen this 10-second clip of Charli saying that she wished, you know, she wanted to hit 100 million and she didn't get to that. And then shows Dixie throwing up after she takes a bite of a plate that was just served to her from a chef that is the family's personal chef, you know. And then Charli asking for dinosaur chicken bites instead. So it was just a lot in one clip, and people just went off, and the hate, it's like everybody jumps for the first little thing that they can find to jump at, to spew hate. So yeah, that is like that situation. And then James Charles went on to Twitter, I believe it was, and wrote out this long paragraph saying that he didn't appreciate how it went down, and that, you know, she's only 16 years old and people need to stop expecting her to be a role model when she just got famous a year ago and she's so young, and pretty much sticking up for Charli. And he said something about himself in there as well, and kind of saying like, you know, I know myself because I got famous very young and I had to deal with a lot of hate. And then Trisha Paytas, Trisha Paytas has kind of become like TikTok's drama queen. That's kind of her whole TikTok account, is just responding to drama. And she did it once, and she's seen how many views it got, and now that's all she does, because she's one of those people that is just very hungry for the fame and for the views. She was very popular and getting a lot of views for a very long time, and then her channel kind of died down a little bit, and I think that bothers her, and so she's trying to reach wherever she can to insert herself, and even if it's drama, because, you know, when you insert yourself in drama, people are talking about you, right? Even if it's a negative attention, it's attention, and for me, I don't want negative attention. I'd rather have no attention, but for some people, they'll take whatever they can get, and she's one of those people. So Trisha first commented on the situation with Dixie and Charli, calling them brats, calling them spoiled, privileged, saying that, you know, their parents don't know how to parent, and this is a result of bad parenting, and just inserted herself in a situation where she didn't need to do, you know what I mean? It was just distasteful. Like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but she took it too far. It's like Charli's 16 years old. You're 32 years old, you know. And to like shame someone's parents, you don't know their situation, you don't know how they raise their kids. Then when Charli did her live stream and was like explaining herself in the situation, she also called out Trisha Paytas, and I was like, you go girl. Like, she straight up was like, Trisha Paytas, you are not a nice person, and you're pretty much bullying me. You keep attacking me like every chance you get, and just pretty much keep my name out of your mouth. Stop talking about me. And I was like, wow, like, you go girl. I don't know, it's just the fact that she even has to do that and address a woman for attacking her is just... So James, being Charli's friend, went on to TikTok and called out Trisha and pretty much said, you know, you need to worry about your own life and your own problems. And Charli said that as well. And, you know, you've done some really bad things in your career and really, really offended a lot of different communities, LGBT, African American, and so many more. And, you know, kind of reminded her of her age and just called her out pretty much. And at the end, he said that she needs to like take a look at herself and her friends, and he was referring to Jeffree Star and Jane Dawson and saying that they are the problem, and pretty much ended the TikTok with that. And then of course Trisha, being Trisha, had to hop on every social media platform that she has and try to like take another jab at James, and it's just, she just keeps drawing it out and, you know, for attention. And the whole entire time she's like plugging her podcast. Like I said, I 1000% agree that everybody is entitled to their opinion, and she's allowed to have her opinion, but there's a difference between having an opinion and attacking a little girl. That's all I'm gonna say on that. So that is that crazy, crazy drama. Cancel culture and hate comments. Disgusting, and it needs to stop. It's really sad. It's really sad. We can hold people accountable for their mistakes in a way where we don't have to spew hatred. was larger than I, and she was willing to do a collab with me, so I'm internally grateful for her for doing that with me. When you're a smaller creator, there's not a lot of bigger creators that will go out on a limb, you know what I mean? So she did that, and I'm grateful. But as of recent, she made a video that's part of like a series that she's done addressing Karuna Satori's side hustle. I'm not going to say what it is because supposedly she likes to keep it separate from her YouTube, so I'm not gonna like, talk about it on my platform as well. I'm going to respect that. But yeah, so she made a video regarding that, and it got a lot of hate. So yeah, a lot of people seen it as like shaming and or disrespectful. And I guess once Karuna seen the video, she said that she was uncomfortable with it. So I guess her and said creator had a conversation. Karuna said, she was okay with the video staying up as long as she took it out of her thumbnail. Like, she had Karuna's photo in the thumbnail, and she said, as long as you take my picture out, I'm okay with the video staying up. But a lot of other creators at that point had jumped into the comment section and pretty much told her that she needed to remove the video and that it was disrespectful, and just said how they felt, essentially. And some people seen it as attacking. All of us as creators have friends in this community, right? We have people that we click with better than others, and that's okay. That's what makes us different. That's what makes us human. We're all not gonna get along with each other. We can all live in a peaceful little bubble, and for our subscribers and for this community, get along and be united. But we don't have to be best friends, right? We don't. That's like saying, if you work at an office with 2,000 people, that you're supposed to like be best friends with all of them. We all have different personalities, we all have different views, we all have different beliefs, we all have different hobbies, We're just connected by ASMR. And I respect each and every single creator on this platform, because every single ASMR artist is doing work to help somebody else, right? We all make content in hopes that it's going to relax you guys, that it's going to help you sleep. Whatever you come to our videos for, that's what we're hoping to give to you with our content. And I am a lover of ASMR, so I respect every single creator, and I give everybody a chance. But what I do say and what I do think is that if you don't agree with somebody's video or something that somebody's doing, I would say to contact them personally, right? Message them on Instagram, message them on Twitter, email their business account. That's always linked, as creators, we know that all of our socials are always in the description. At least try to reach out and contact them personally on their personal accounts, and give it 24 to 48 hours. If that person doesn't answer, then, comment on the video if you feel it's that important. But to go and, jump on the bandwagon and comment on the video when subscribers that love you see you commenting on this smaller creator's video, regardless of what the video is and how you feel about it, it's going to send your loving, caring, amazing audience publicity in a way, right? Because people are talking about you because of the drama. It sent people over there, and some people might have fell in love with her content or her voice, which is, good for her. So it's just kind of like a spiral effect. And like I said, I totally can see where people would have thought that video was, disrespectful, or, they don't agree with the video. And like I said, that's totally fine. We all have different views and beliefs and all of that. So I'm not saying the people who didn't like the video were wrong. I'm not saying that at all. All I'm saying is, instead of jumping onto the video and commenting how you feel, contact that person directly first and try and, talk about it that way and resolve the issue that way, so that other audiences don't get involved and send hate, because we all deal with enough of that. And if we can try and prevent that and bring more love into the community, that would be great, right? So yeah, guys, besides that, Tati Westbrook is getting sued by one of her old business partners. I guess she had a business partner that was helping her with Halo Beauty, and supposedly he said that he was supposed to have an in on any other things that she did. So if she started a makeup line, if she started hair care, anything at all, he was supposed to have in on that and make profit off of it. And supposedly when she started the makeup line, he wasn't benefiting from it, and they pretty much cut him out. So he's suing, and yeah, so that's going on. But besides that, I think that's really all the tea. If I missed anything, please catch us up in the comments, and please don't leave rude comments about anything. Like I said, I'm just reporting on what was requested of me. I'm going to make content that my loving, supportive subscribers want. If that's about the Dixie D'Amelio sisters, whatever, then that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to give you guys the content you want within reason. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video.